Hello, 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 YouTube. This is Set Free from the Trap Ministry. I am on here to share about the hip hop artists, those in the hip hop music industry who celebrate doing wrong. Doing wrong is celebrated in the world today. Doing wrong is celebrated, okay? The wrong is celebrated every day. Doing wrong is celebrated. So, I'm on here to share about this guy in the Bible named Moses. I'm finna share about Moses, okay? But doing wrong is celebrated though. People have a party, but people can't deal with the consequences, okay? They like to celebrate doing wrong. They celebrate it every day. Celebrating doing wrong in the hip hop music industry. I'm going to Hebrews 11:25. They celebrate doing wrong in hip hop music industry. They celebrate doing wrong in Hollywood too. People celebrate people celebrate doing wrong in this world today. Doing wrong is celebrated in the world today. Doing wrong is celebrated. That's what I'm on here to share. They celebrate doing wrong in the hip hop music industry. It's celebrated. So I'm finna share about Moses, okay? Hebrews 11:25. He chose to suffer oppression with God's people rather than to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of sin. So Moses with the Ten Commandments chose chose to suffer with Jesus Christ than enjoy the pleasure of sin. Doing wrong has pleasure. Doing wrong has pleasure for a season. Just like when it's hot outside, it's not going to be hot forever. Then it's going to turn cold. Seasons, different seasons. So celebrate doing wrong don't last long. It has a season to it. Moses, who had the Ten Commandments, it says right here that Moses chose rather to endure the persecution to suffer with God's people than to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of sin. Rather to suffer with affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the fleeting pleasure of sin. So Moses, who had the Ten Commandments, who wasn't perfect, okay, he chose Moses chose to suffer with God's people, to follow Jesus, than to enjoy what Pharaoh had going on. Okay, so doing wrong does have some pleasure in it, but it don't last though. Celebrating doing wrong, and the hip hop listener, boy, they celebrate that. They celebrate it, but they finna get ready to cry because it's finna come to an end. Or they dance all on the floor. You celebrate those violent lyrics. Then those violent lyrics gonna come to an end. Celebrating that. Not good. Celebrating it every single day, every moment, every hour. And then as you're celebrating that rapper's violent lyrics, then when something happened to him, now everybody's crying and making up stuff. Okay? But a couple minutes ago, you were just celebrating what he was doing. You were celebrating what he was doing wrong. The world loves to celebrate doing wrong, but they can't deal with the consequences. The world loves to celebrate doing wrong, but can't deal with the consequences. It says in Hebrews 11, by faith, Moses' parents hid him from for 3 months after he was born because they saw that he was no ordinary child, and they were they were not afraid of the king's uh not afraid of the king's indictment. By faith, when he grew, he refused to be known as the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to be mistreated along with the people of God rather than to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of sin and disregard for the sake of Christ. So you see what Moses did? Moses chose to be with Jesus Christ than to follow Pharaoh. And a lot of people are following Pharaoh The world loves celebrating doing wrong. The world loves driving reckless. They love it, but they can't deal with the consequences. There's still consequences. Okay? Hip hop is more than music. We talking about lyrical content. When these rappers are speaking stuff into existence, speaking stuff into these kids' mind, putting violent lyrics in the kids' mind, and the kids think it's normal what they heard. It's all about that lyrical content. Everybody loves celebrating doing wrong. But then when something happened to the rapper that they worshiping now, everybody's crying, talking about stop the violence. And those lyrics, the lyrics that he's putting out, that's what got him caught up. But they love celebrating doing wrong. Doing wrong is celebrated by a lot of people. They celebrate doing wrong, but people cannot deal with the consequences. It's not about no music. It's about the lyrical content. Lyrical content in hip hop is very important. It's all about those lyrics. Those lyrics grab their mind. That's how that's how the devil can get his message out. He got to have somebody he can use. He spoke through Peter. The devil got to have someone. There's got to be someone in this world that he can use. The devil needs somebody he can use. And it's a lot of people that's a mouthpiece for the devil. A mouthpiece. A lot of people don't even know it. They looking for the devil all over, and he using them. The devil can use people. The devil can use people who are against Jesus, people who don't want to have nothing to do with Jesus. That's who the devil can use. He spoke through Peter in the Bible. Yep, he spoke through Peter, so the devil can use people. It says, and the devil spoke through Peter. It says it right here. So the devil, he can use people. People don't even know they're being used. The devil using people every day with the selfishness. This is a selfish world we live in. The world is full of selfish people that don't care about nothing. Don't care about nothing. Matthew 16:23. Jesus turned and said to Peter, get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block. You do not have the things in mind concerned of God, but merely human concerns. So Jesus was getting ready to go to the cross to take our punishment, and the devil started speaking through Peter. Peter started listening to the devil. The devil can speak through people. He can speak through people who are against Jesus. We do have spirits in this world. There are spirits in the hip hop music industry. There are spirits behind those lyrics. There are spirits. The devil can use people. He can use people who don't want to have nothing to do with Jesus. The devil can use people who reject Christ, people who don't want to follow Christ. That's who the devil can use. He can use people, and they don't even know they're being used. It says a lot of people are the devil's mouthpiece and don't even know. He using them every day. He using men and women in the hip hop music industry. A mouthpiece for the devil. Proverbs. A mouthpiece for the devil. A lot of people in this world are unaware. There's a lot of stuff going on that people can't see that's going on. Proverbs 16:27. An idle hands are the devil's workshop. Idle lips are his mouthpiece. So a lot of people don't even know it. They're allowing the devil to use their lips in their mouth. When you see a man or woman acting out of control, cussing out of control, you know what? The devil using them. I'm talking about somebody that's not with Jesus. They don't have a relationship with Christ. They're not with you. They're rejecting Jesus. The devil can use people. People can be used. People who are rejecting Jesus. People who don't want to have nothing to do with Jesus, who reject the word of God. The devil can use them, but they don't know they're being used. The devil is using people every day. He's using people in the music industry. He's using people in Hollywood. People are being used every day. Where you think complaining and fussing and cussing come from? He using their lips. The devil is using their lips to say his words. But celebrating doing wrong in hip hop music is no good. Those lyrics are getting inside the minds of teenagers and high school and people's mind, and people are buying into those lyrics. Celebrating doing wrong in hip hop don't last long. It don't last long. The devil is on this earth. You know where he's at? He's speaking through the person. He's speaking through people who are against Christ, people who reject Jesus, people who don't want to have nothing to do with Jesus. He's using people's mouth. He's using their mouth to say his words. They don't know they're being used. They have no clue. They have no clue that they have no clue that he's using them. But glorifying doing wrong in hip hop don't last long. It has a season. Bye bye.